And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the quarterfinals of the PiGosaur Cup at number 36. We've been progressing quite quickly here through the lower brackets, and we're not stopping. We're not stopping here. We have a banger of a series ready for us. We have a TvP and spawning in the bottom hand corner of ley lines. We have the South Korean Terran player. We have the blue Terran representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have the Polish Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing Streamer Zone. It is Gerald. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we jump into our Terran versus Protoss matchup. Also, a big shout to Jehefe in the chat. Oh my god, good to see you. Good to see you. Assuming this is our same Jehefe that did compete in Philadelphia. Good to see you as always. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you had a great time. And bienvenidos. Welcome, papi, welcome. As we settle into our fresh best of three. Do settle in. And when it comes to ByuN versus Gerald, ByuN is going to be coming in as the slight favorite player. I say slight favorite because Gerald, he has been beating players like ByuN and players like Pure as of late. Like Gerald, he's been able to pop off, but there is a bit of a caveat to that. There is a bit of an asterisk there. Gerald, he has been popping off in the mid to late game. If he can get into the mid to late game against these top Korean Terrans, then he can pop off and he can bring them down. He can take maps, he can take series. And I do think that ByuN is a good opponent for Gerald, because if you've been watching, if you've been aware of the current meta of TvP, then you would know that ByuN has not been going for 2-base all-ins. He does embrace them every now and then, but I would say that he's probably the most macro-oriented amongst all the Korean Terrans. I'm referring to Bunny, Kyor, and Maru. And ByuN and Gimiho as well. Like when I think of all those Korean Terrans, like ByuN, he's the most standard of them. He's the one that's least likely to go for an all-in on 2 bases. Not saying he never does. Of course, he does mix it in every now and then. But I feel like he is the one that more often does go for a third and macro from there. And as a result, we've seen players like Estrella and Gerald have success against someone like ByuN, as they've had to worry a little bit less about all-ins. As Reaper does poke in, we're now going to be zoned away. It is going to be a Twilight Council opener out of Gerald. So far looking good, so far looking standard. Oh, as Gerald, he does dive in. Will zone away. Behind this, we did have ByuN going for an economic opener, getting to zone 111. Again, we did mention economic openers and Rax expands are a lot more commonplace here for ByuN. Is what we expect. From here, going into Reactor Marine, into Hellion. This can lead into an early Tech Lab into add-on swap, so we'll keep an eye on the setup here. Yep, there it is. Tech Lab is on the way. This can lead into Banshee play. We'll keep an eye on ByuN, as he's been preserving a lot of gas by avoiding Cyclones and by, of course, avoiding excess Reapers as well. Yep, so he has been preserving. There's the add-on swap. And this should be Banshee play. Adaptive shut down. Hallucination confirms the add-on swap. Hallucination confirms, and we fake as well. We fake Cloak Banshee. It's going to be Raven. Okay, it's going to be Raven instead. I believe this upgrade should be cancelled. It's possible that ByuN wanted to go into Banshee play, but thanks to the Hallucination Scout, is denied. So it is denied. With that, ByuN making his first tank. Gerald freely expanding. And we'll see if Gerald takes the bait. Reaper shut down. We have the backup hallucination rechecking. Does come for the Raven ACs. He knows a massive rescout here for Gerald, as he's now aware that there was no cloak, that it was a fake out, that there are no banshees. As of course, Interference Matrix was cancelled. Interference Matrix isn't really applicable here to current meta. In years past it was. Back when Robo openers and Colossus follow-ups were a little more common, that is when Raven and Interference Matrix could really thrive and could really be viable. But in the current meta, that's not really the case. Current meta, we have more Blink-based openers into Charge, into delayed Colossus and delayed Storm. I say delayed storm. Nowadays, storm is a little bit more common, but that's where the Raven is just less useful. At least in a head-on fight, at least with that disable. Here we go. Raven does move out to harass, to counterattack. Meanwhile, charge on the way, working towards Temple Archives into storm. And yeah, we are embracing a longer game. Settling in. Now, something that ByuN does like doing that's very ByuN is going for an early push pre-stim. Like, going for these like 2 to 3 tank pushes pre-stim is very ByuN-esque, and we'll see if we go for it. But now we're still building up an army. It doesn't really have enough Marines to really have much of a presence. If we were to move out, Gerald's here. Gerald is in position to delay the push. And until then, ByuN is contained. ByuN is contained, working on all those upgrades. Raven harass into the main. Oh, nice, very nice feedback. Gerald, calm down. Shuts down the Raven. And there's that third CC. And again, the third CC shouldn't be a surprise. Like, this is why we did mention at the start of the series how out of all the Korean Terrans, ByuN is the one that's most willing to expand and most willing to get into a macro game. Has been the case for the past couple of months. And Gerald knows this as well. Like, Gerald, he's played a lot versus ByuN as of late, so Gerald, he's very much familiar with his playstyle. But he does miss a drop. Uh-oh. It fails to contain, drop does sneak out, and this drop has a lot of potential. It's a lot of potential. Threatening a dive into the main. Oh, there's a recall. Does recall back home. Does recall in time. Despite that, the unload does complete. Oh, and ByuN is breaking through. ByuN is breaking through. Storm will zone. And what's important here is he creates an opening. He creates an opening, the main army doesn't move out across the map. Gerald out of position, and ByuN, he can break the third. Here goes, he's racing on over. Know where he needs to be. Did overreact, did over respond. And the third base is under fire. Nice storm. Zelce charge in. High Templar being targeted. Ooh, gets one. But nice splits out of Gerald. Very nice. Gerald, he pulls away the High Templar, and Gerald, he holds. Whew, he does hold on. He shuts out the Raven. Oh no, the Raven goes down. Raven goes down. Fourth base is being taken. It does not get cancelled. And Gerald, not bad. Despite the very chaotic defense, he does defend. Does defend. Didn't really lose many workers at all. He lost 6 probes. He lost only 6 workers. But what's important is that ByuN, he doesn't back off. ByuN, he backs off, but I should say he doesn't go back home. He's still active. ByuN, he still does pose a threat. Gerald, he has to respond. ByuN going for a split push. We have a double drop towards the right hand side. This time Gerald is in position. He's keeping up with the tempo of ByuN. So far so good. And ByuN now expands. ByuN expands. We're getting towards the mid game. We're getting into that back and forth. Nice storm. Storm in the Bayou. ByuN, oh, baits the army in, gets one mine shot off. Just the one. Oh, second one goes up as well. ByuN getting forced back. Ghost production has begun. Now getting into Ghosts. Now he has an answer to the storms. He's got EMPs. Again, this is still very tense between the 2 players. I would say this 4th base was a little bit late. ByuN does have the larger army. He's been able to build up over time. ByuN has momentum. And Gerald, he needs time for his splash damage. He's got Storm, yes, but he needs more than that. We have Colossus on the way. But there's going to be a window in time before Colossus pop out where Gerald is vulnerable. And ByuN can overwhelm. Oh, Storm goes up. Nice, very nice. Oh, God. Very nice Storm. As ByuN does take the Storm to the face. Flying Storms! Oh, a little bit too late there. A little bit too late to respond, to react. Storm does not connect. Unfortunately, Gerald, he had no high ground vision. Oh, no! Oh, that's 3 High Templar going down. These are expensive losses. These are crucial losses as well. Like, every High Templar counts. Every Storm is that much more important here for Gerald to hold on. Gerald is moving out. High Templar, they do need a split. ByuN moving in at the same time, Prism towards the main. Prism towards the main base. Seems so wrist sniped. Prism slips in. Tells him it's at main. SCV is going to be going down, going for a massive warp in. ByuN, he is somewhat in position with Marauders at least. May not be pushing forward. We have a storm. And melee zones. Doesn't quite connect. Zoning storm. Zealous, they are wreaking havoc. 7 SCV is going to be going down. Gerald is pushing in. Can he land a storm? Up, he can. Yeah, much better storm, but I think that was the only one. Yeah, the only one. EMP connects, no more storms. High Templar, they will go down, and with that, ByuN holds. ByuN, he holds on Zelsa, still wreaking havoc in the main. Still catching more SCV kills. 17 SCVs. It's actually 17, getting up to 20. 20 SCVs going down. And ByuN, he will defend, but it'll cost him his mineral line. Now, what's scary here, if you've been seeing this, Gerald, he's missing macro cycles. He's missing macro cycles, missing warp ins. Gerald, he has 2,000 minerals and 1,200 gas. He has to spend his money here. Like Gerald, he plummets in supply. We need a warp in. A second robo's on the way. The second robo's late. Like Gerald, he has the economy, but he just doesn't have the production. He does not have the production here. And again, he did miss some warp in cycles as well. So Gerald, he is vulnerable. And now would be the time for ByuN, but ByuN, he's stuck at home. Now, what's important, because ByuN just lost 20 SCVs, that's why he's not pushing. Like, ByuN, he feels pressured to defend against Gerald, because Gerald's crazy. Like, Gerald, he's getting a lot of damage done. ByuN, he's staying at home, he's scared to push, and this is allowing Gerald to recover. So there's no punish. If ByuN counterattacked then and there, Gerald probably would have died. Like, Gerald, he probably would have just fallen over. He just didn't have the army for it, but he's now recovering. He's now able to spend his money. ByuN was too passive, he didn't know. Of course, ByuN, why would you? Why would you know that your opponent's just missing warp ins and not able to spend their money? So Gerald, he gets away with it. Does get away with it. Feedback's popping up. One High Templar goes down. Ooh, no storm. No storm. Likewise, massive push on the left hand side. Gerald not paying attention. Disruptors go down. And ByuN, he might just have too much. He might just have too much here. Takes down 2 Disruptors, takes down 2 High Templar. Gerald know where he needs to be. Storm now coming in, but it's late. Ooh, Colossus is exposed. Yeah, the Colossus goes down as well. No pickup. No save. And Gerald, he's holding, he's surviving, but he's sustaining a lot of losses. A lot of losses here. He's trading out a lot of his army to survive. Storm's now coming in. Yeah, messy defense here from Gerald. And here comes ByuN. Again, it's been very messy here for Gerald. ByuN gets into the mineral line. Probe's going to be going down. ByuN picks up, dropping into the main. Gerald, he does warp it in time. Does warp in. Gerald, he needs a couple moments here to recover, to stabilize. Just gather his thoughts and calm down. Oof. But ByuN is not giving him that time. Liberation is set. We have a massive Dune drop threatening the bases. Gerald moving in. Okay, Gerald, he does have a moment. As the aggression does subside. With that, oh my god. Drop is being shot down. Yeah, bold move here by ByuN. Tries to break out. And he will not escape. Yeah, he does not escape. Stalkers are coming from behind as well, losing every single medevac. Oh my god. Yeah, brutal losses there for ByuN. ByuN, he does plummet in supply. Loses 30 supply there with those drops. Does snipe one Colossus. Getting another. Oh my god. Almost. Whew. Clutch save. Clutch save out of Gerald. Ooh, storm coming in. Decent storm. Gerald does push forward. Decent over as well. And Gerald, he's stabilized. Again, we've had a shaky game. Shaky game out of Gerald. But he's stabilizing, he's securing his bases. Both players are maxed out. And Gerald, he rotates over towards the planetary. Shows those Novas, though. Storm zones. There's not many High Templar here. Decent Nova, but there's only one Disruptor, only 2 High Templar. Where's the splash damage? The Colossus, they do pull away. And ByuN defends. ByuN, he defends, he holds. Again, this is just a heavy gateway composition. We need those storms, we need those disruptors. Just a pure gateway army, it's not going to cut it. What do we have? We have 2 High Templar, 3 Colossus, and that's it. No disruptors. And the High Templar don't have storms. Gerald's main army is lacking. Once again, rotating. He's got 24 Zealots. I mean, Zealots, they can be efficient. Oh, Storm goes up. Oh, brutal snipe. So I'll save the High Templar. The losses does go down. And Gerald, he is mass expanding. He's trying to go for the Zealot run-bys. I think this is crucial here. He has to throw away the Zealots. He has to get rid of them in some way, but they get spotted. Nice positioning. Very nice. He's had 7 SCVs. Does pull away. Does pull in time. I know that I've been talking a lot about Gerald's composition. When it comes to ByuN, he is lacking Liberators. Liberators are now on the way. Ooh, the Ghost to expose. Very ghost heavy army. Has to be careful. Because there are so many ghosts, I mean there's barely any High Templar. It's the only High Templar. Storm does not connect. Never will. Oh my god! Massive connection. The Nova's happy. Novas do connect. That was what, 5 ghosts going down. And Gerald, he can take the fight. He can take the fight. He can take it from here. Ghosts are falling left and right. They cannot escape. That's another, what, 3, 4 ghosts going down. There's 2 ghosts left. Down to 1. Down to, 0. 0 ghosts. How many was that? Jesus. As 26 have gone down so far, we're down to how many? Down to 0. 0 ghosts left. ByuN's in danger. Oh, but Gerald, he doesn't quite have enough momentum. He does pull away. But he has 4 Colossus. We can keep going. Again, there's 3 Vikings. A handful of Liberators. Yeah, Gerald, he should keep pushing before ByuN stabilizes. Rotating over, looking another way in. He's got 3 Novas, 3 Disruptors. Liberators, they reposition. Once again, Gerald rotating. Ooh, 1 Colossus goes down. Does get one of the Vikings. There's 1 Viking left. So also a DT counterattack on the way. Let's go. Colossus having some awkward engagements here. And ByuN has made it. He's made it to what? Made it to Liberators, right? You can see how Liberators, they change the dynamic of the game. They do allow ByuN to have some more breathing room here. So it does wall up, does zone away. Liberation has arrived. And you can see Gerald trying to find a way in. Now, how do you break this? Typically Tempest. Tempest, Sky Toss, especially if we hunker down a little bit too much. If we throw down turrets and planetaries and more Liberators. Oh, ooh, brutal connection. It was under the CC, but another Nova goes off. And Gerald, he needs to start thinking about Sky Toss. Meanwhile, no recall. Yeah, there is no recall. The base is going to go down. Gerald, he rotates. The Nexus will fall. Nice storm. Very nice storms. And Gerald, he will collapse on the army. This does create an opening. Yeah, blinks in, takes down both Medivacs. Nice cleanup. But Gerald did lose a mineral line. Plus a lot of probes. DT is still being active. No turret. Uh-oh. Yeah, there's no turret in position. These DCs have potential. CC's going down. Nova's going up. Ooh, getting 1. Yeah, Gerald, he panicked. Does get a second ghost. There's 1 ghost left. 0. 0 ghosts left. DTs, now is their time. There they go in. Ooh, they two-shot. They two-shot the CC. And Gerald, he's done it. Gerald, he's done it. He's just pulling ByuN apart. ByuN, his economy is lacking. The army as well. That is a lot of Vikings, true. And again, there's still no good answers to these Liberators. Still no good answer. Gerald does get 13 SCVs. And Gerald, he's starving ByuN out. Like, ByuN, he's limited when it comes to his bases, when it comes to his economy. Stalker's eager for another CC. Force ByuN to respond. There's a cancel. Gerald, he has to be very careful about pushing through the center. Army gets spotted. Gerald moving in. There's no flank. Yeah, there's no flank. Gerald, he can keep pushing into this. Does back up. Does pull away. And we spoke about it, right? We spoke about it how we do favor Gerald against ByuN. If he gets into the mid to late game, he's here, right? This is where Gerald's at his best. This is where Gerald is favored. And ByuN, he's struggling to keep up. It was a shaky road to get here, 100%. It was shaky, but he got here. Oh. Meanwhile, we'll bleed out 2 more Colossus, almost 3. Yeah, better trade here for ByuN. Nice Viking count. CC's on the way. Again, the pressure's on Gerald to make sure the CC does not get up and running. He's holding on to those Dark Templar. Gerald, he did bleed out a lot of units here, pushing into those Liberators. Oof. Miss rally out of ByuN. Does have a miss rally. DTs are a little bit too soon. Yeah, they're too soon. The army's here. Has to get the hell out of here. Do blink away. Go pushing in. Can he get the planetary? There's just not much here with this army. There's 1 Colossus. That's a lot of Novas. He will get the SCVs. Okay. Not bad. Oh. Army's moving in. Nova does not connect. Yeah, Gerald here overextends. Yeah, brutal overextension, losing 1, 2, 3, 4 disruptors, 5. Yeah, some brutal losses here for Gerald. It takes a long time to rebuild those disruptors. This wasn't worth it. This was not worth it for Gerald. DTs, they go in, but they get shut down. Gerald, he's losing momentum. We spoke about it. Gerald, his win condition was to make sure that ByuN cannot expand, but ByuN now he has a base. Now he has a fresh mining base. Now ByuN can sustain himself. He's run by runs into the army. Yeah, this is going to be a better trade here for ByuN. Cleans this up. And Gerald's hurting. Gerald, he's hurting right now. How many robots does he have? 3. That should be enough, but he's not producing. He's not producing more. There we go. There we go. Oh. We're just taking advantage of this angle of attack. Bottom right should go down. Gerald has to make a choice. Does he race back home, or does he start losing bases? ByuN takes down bottom right. Does he keep going? Oh, bit of a miss rally. Still very tense. And at this point, the problem here is that this planetary doesn't matter anymore. Like, if this planetary goes down, and same with these southern bases, like ByuN, he has a fresh mining base. That's what's important. But ByuN is getting somewhat caught out. Uh-oh, here comes the surround. Yeah, surround is coming in. Gerald has to get the hell out of here. Has to pull away. Nova's going up. Nice splits. Very nice splits. Ooh, except for towards the end. Vikings getting caught out. Yeah, mispathing here from ByuN. Have a back and forth trade, but that's still a lot of ghosts. How many? 9. 9 ghosts here for ByuN. Ooh, brilliant piece. Thinking these Novas, they have to connect. And they will. Decent Novas. They take a chunk out of the Marauders. Still very clutch. But ByuN, he has that base. He has it saturated. ByuN coming in from behind. Does move in. Gerald, now is the time to engage. Novas, they mainly zone. First Colossus goes down. Another Nova going up. Better connection. Oh my god. Yeah, Ghosts are falling, and Gerald, he will take this fight. He will shut this down. GG gets called as ByuN overextends, and Gerald takes game number 1. Whew, GG. GG, well played again. Gerald, he got into his final form. He got into the late game. We saw that ByuN, he was able to hold his own for a time. He was able to get into Liberators and able to expand and get his northern base up and running, which did allow ByuN to stay in that game. But he never really had much of a map presence to try to disrupt the economy. We saw that there were drops, of course, towards the south side to snipe bases here and there, but for the most part, Gerald, he was still out trading. He was still catching more ghosts, catching more marauders. Gerald, he was able to out trade ByuN, able to contain him. GG. GG, well played. Whew, and with that, Gerald does take a lead in the series, and we'll see if he can claim the series 2-0. I will say that this map is going to be favoring ByuN, though. Up next, Last Fantasy. I'm a little bit shocked, a little bit surprised. This map did not get vetoed. This map was not vetoed. Now, Last Fantasy is an interesting one. Last Fantasy is a 3-player spawn map. It is the most vetoed map in the map pool. And what do we expect on Last Fantasy? Well, it's a smaller map. It's one of the smaller maps as well. At the same time, it is also very defendable. There are a lot of choke points. So, I'll be honest, we have some very limited data on Last Fantasy because we rarely get to see games on it. On the one hand, smaller map, so all-ins can be favored. At the same time, there are a lot of choke points, so there are a lot of positions to actually pull off a defense. So, who do we favor? A player all-inning or a player turtling? Hard to say. We're about to find out, most likely. As spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, or the right side of Last Fantasy. In the right side of Last Fantasy, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the Blue Terran represent. Oh, God. On the right side of Last Fantasy, we have our South Korean Terran player. We have our Blue Terran representing StarCraft Rebellion. It is ByuN. And spawning in the left side of Last Fantasy, we have the Polish Protoss player. We have the Red Protoss representing Streamer Zone, leading the series 1-0. It is Gerald. Yo, shout out to Enki. Shout out to Ellen Mossa, papi. Ellen Mossa. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. As we are going to calm down and settle into game number 2. Ooh. And again, welcome to a 3-player spawn map. You can spawn in top side, right side, or left side as well. There are 3 possible spawn locations. It's up to our players to determine where each other are. And it's important to talk about how defensive this map is. We spoke about it earlier, but we have a very narrow choke point coming in towards that 3rd base. Likewise, narrow ramp as well coming in towards the 4th locations. More choke points, more ramps. In general, the bases, even here as well, narrow choke point, narrow ramp as well, narrow choke point here on the right-hand side. We have seen a lot of players be quite successful when it comes to just turtling up on 3, 4, and 5 bases. Like we've seen a lot of players have difficulty when it comes to breaking this defensive setup. At the same time, the rush distance by ground is short. True, short rush distance by ground. So there's a bit of a give and take here. Economic opener out of ByuN to be expected. Racks expand out of ByuN on the high ground. Later factory, later gas. As you mentioned at the start of the series, again, ByuN, he's not really one to go for many all-ins, but I feel like you have to on Last Fantasy. Like, I don't know if you want to play out a longer, later game against Gerald again. I say that doesn't stop ByuN from trying, true. But we'll see. We shall see. As ByuN scouts, checks, confirms that Gerald is not top left. Gerald's moving in on the right-hand side in hopes of delaying the economy. Gerald, did he see the opener? He did. Yeah, he did see the command center. He is aware, pokes up the ramp. Shouldn't get much more done here, but we do have our take of choice, Twilight Council. Twilight Council out of Gerald. Does go for the Twilight Council opener. Picks up the Marine. Gets a Marine and should escape, should survive. Stalker does back up. And we'll see how many gateways. How many gateways, how dedicated is Gerald going to be? So far, 3-gate blink. Likewise, ooh, the Reaper does take a lot of hits. Does take a lot of damage. As ByuN, he does boost across the map. He's got a Cyclone and 4 Marines behind this, actually committing here in towards Cloak Banshee. Okay, let's go. Remember last game he faked Cloak Banshee, this time it's real. And right now it's on Gerald to determine what's going on. Drop gets spotted. Can he force a cancel? Oh no! He can, and it looks like he will. Aye, brutal pickup. Gerald the third is denied. Trying to get in position. And what's important, this is a big distraction as well. It's a big distraction. No sentries out of Gerald, and once again the third base is denied once again. Oof. Probe goes down. ByuN pulls away. And Gerald, he will finally expand, but again, no sentry, no hallucination, no scout. He has no idea what's going on. Cloak Banshees are amassing. 2 Banshees, they can one-shot probes. ByuN is building up. How many gateways are we on? I believe 3? Yeah, just 3. So still only 3 gateways. There's not much here to threaten. Gerald has to get something done across the map, but he's just getting picked apart. He's getting picked apart here. Bunker is complete. There's a tank in the main. And I worry for this mineral line. I'll be honest. I do worry. Boys are being pulled. The bunker goes down. Likewise, Banshee does hit the natural. And probes are falling. Denying mining. Mining is denied. There is 0 detection, by the way. There's no robo. There's 0 detection. Cloak is revealed. And we're just getting free damage. Free damage in the main. Stalkers are denied. And ByuN's just all over this. Like, Gerald, he's just falling apart. Robo just now begins. From here, we should target probes. Unfortunately, he left on aim move. There we go. Does now target workers. Probes, they hit the third. And just 0 detection. Just 0 detection. The Banshees, they are winning ByuN this game. There is just no answer. These Banshees could be getting a little bit more done at the natural as well, to be honest. As Cloak is running out on the first Banshee, that's still going to be 15 probes going down. Oh, nice feedback. Really nice. Otherwise, it would have been that Cloak Banshee would have been disastrous. That could have killed another mineral line. But very nice feedback. But Gerald, he's still behind. Like, Gerald, he's still in a really rough position here. And again, it's home Gerald, he never scouted. He never scouted the main. He never saw what was happening. He took it for granted. He was caught off guard. And ByuN is running away with this. Now moving out. And I'll be shocked if Gerald can survive this. If he can survive this push, it'll be impressive. Now we have an observer. Storm is on the way. Everything is late for Gerald because he lost so many workers. He lost so many probes. Banshees. Oh no, the High Templar. He goes to the High Templar. Does force the Archon. No storms. No storms. And with that, we're going to be forcing the ace match here. There's no saving this expansion. No shot. There's just not enough. There's going to be 1 storm. True. There's going to be 1 storm available with the main army. See Gerald try to collapse in. High Templar is trying to engage. Here comes a storm. Not bad. Storm goes up, but the Archons are still going down. Takes out the Archons, takes out the Stalkers. We'll take another storm to the face. Banshees are in the main. That's going to be another 16 probes going down. And yeah, there's no surviving this. No shot, Happy, no shot. And it all just began with the lack of scouting, right? Lack of sentry, lack of scouting, lack of hallucination. GG gets called, and ByuN will tab the series 1-1. We're going to game number 3. Let's go. We're going to the ace match here. Again, a very intense game, and it all just came down to lack of scouting, lack of vision. Because of that, the lack of detection was punished, and the Banshees did just win ByuN the game. They won the game. GG well played. With that, we're gonna be going into that final game of the series, and we're going to be loading into Tokamak. Now, we did speak about Gerald and his strengths in TvP, and just to reiterate what we mentioned at the start of this series is that Gerald, he is favored in a longer game. If he can get into the mid game, if he can get into the late game, that is where Gerald thrives. Up next, Tokamak. Tokamak is one of the largest maps in the map pool, very defensive map as well. This is where Gerald is going to be at an advantage. This is where Gerald's going to be at his best. The pressure is going to be on ByuN to try to get damage done early on, I feel. Which is still possible, it's just the map is going to be helping Gerald here. It's going to be assisting him in terms of that defense. So the pressure is on. It's not going to be easy. We'll see if ByuN can pull this off. We'll see if he can try to get critical damage done early on and try to snowball into a win. Let's go. Let us go. As we are loading into Tokamak. And we'll see if he goes for a double gas opener. Curious. He has yet to do so this series, but he might go for it here in the ace match. Here we go. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Tokamak, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the Blue Terran representing Shopify Rebellion. Tying up the series 1-1 and forcing the ace match, it is ByuN. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the Polish Protoss player. We have the Red Protoss representing Streamer Zone. It is Gerald. Let's go. Let us go. Now, I don't expect to see ByuN going Banshee again. Remember, game 1, he faked Banshee. Game 2, he went for real Banshees. Game 3, we expect to see something different. I would expect to see maybe like a vanilla Marine tank push. As we open up with an eBay block. Okay, cheeky move out of ByuN. The goal here is to get the eBay at the natural, to delay the expansion, and to maybe even force the unnatural natural out of Gerald. Let's go. Gerald, he's watching this, he doesn't move down, but no, he moves out with the probe scouts, and he will miss the SCV. And the eBay is on the way, and this is a rough start for Gerald. eBay is on the way. Gerald moves out, and he doesn't scout. He doesn't scout. He fails to spot this, and there's going to be too much regression. Too much regression. From here, Gerald will be forced to expand at the 3rd. Oh boy. And ByuN is here to delay. He's chasing the probe. He just wants to expand. And there we go. We have the unnatural natural out of Gerald's. Again, the reasoning for this, there's a cancel. The reasoning for this is because there's just so much health, there's so much HP, there's so much progression on the structure that is that eBay. It means that it takes too long to break down. It takes too long to, as he cancels. He cancels an Exodus. He retakes his own natural. So a couple of things. Gerald, he's able to expand where he wants to. He's not going to be vulnerable. He's not going to be exposed. But at the same time, it's a very late expansion. He had to cancel. He had to delay. This is a shaky start for Gerald. Shaky start. And ByuN is shilling back at home. He's shilling. Getting his own CC on the high ground and getting to his factory. ByuN has had a very successful start to the game. As ByuN, he's looking for another way in. And he is going to be deflected. I'm hoping that Gerald gets a sentry soon so he can get some kind of scouting. We saw that did kill Gerald last game. The lack of scouting, lack of sentry. Results on low ground. For all he knows, it could be a double gas opener. There could be a faster second gas, a faster factory. We know that there isn't, but Gerald is unaware. There we go. There's a sentry. Sentry is on the way. are building up. Your hallucination across the map. ByuN is in position to deny the scout. He has the cyclone. Ooh, brutal positioning here. The hallucination is going to be denied. He's going to be deflected. Gerald, he needs the scout. Coming in for a better angle. Cyclone does push, and the hallucination will confirm the 1-1-1 setup. We'll confirm the 1-1-1. We'll confirm there's no fast tech lab on the starport, so there's no Banshee. But he also sees where's the army. It's not here. He has to get ready. Yeah, he's getting ready back at home. Shield, whatever he's done. Stalker's on patrol. And here comes the drop. Now, if you remember, last time this drop did deny the third. Did happen last game. Pylon goes down. Ooh, that does supply block Gerald. As Gerald, he actually stays on 2 bases a little bit longer, going to 3-gate blink. We need that backup hallucination. And what's scary is that the Cyclone does race back home. What did he see? What did he see? He saw the research. Yeah, he saw the research. He saw the Cloak Banshee, and back at home, Robo into Observer. This time, the Banshees won't end the game. I mean, they still may, but they won't just end the game then and there. They should not do as much damage. As last game, they did win beyond the game. They were the MVPs. They killed like 30 probes amongst the 2 of them. It's insane damage. He's set up outside the natural. Working on his 3rd base. Should be working on observers as well. ByuN is breaking out. He's slowly breaking out of his contain. Setting up on 2 bases. Behind this, we'll see if he throws down extra Raxes. He does have a 3-1-1 setup. And this is the ByuN push. What do I mean by that? Stimless. Stim just began. Stim just began. So this is going to be a Stimless move out here. A vanilla Marine move out with ByuN. He's very fond of this. Very fond of this move out. Here, the main bulk of the damage are with tanks, not with Marines. And he's trying to catch out the Stalkers. Ooh. Doesn't get the volleys off. ByuN setting up on the high ground. Does pull away. So far, Gerald, he keeps up. He zones back ByuN. And Gerald holds. And nice defense by Gerald. Meanwhile, Banshees, they do hit the natural. They do hit the 3rd. 2 Banshees, they can one-shot probes. There is detection, but despite that, 3 probes still go down. Let's say 3, getting to 7. Oof. 7 probe kills. Does take down 1 Banshee. And the other shouldn't get much done, but so far, a very successful harassment here from ByuN. Very successful. Gets 8 probes. Gets away. As ByuN's out pushing, this time pushing with Stim. This time the upgrades are now done, and he's getting a 3rd CC. This is not an all-in, but still very dedicated. Very dedicated here by ByuN. And Storm is not ready. Ooh, Storm is just barely not ready for this. This might just be too much. Yeah, ByuN, his goal here to end the game early. Dives on the expansion. Gerald, he does miss the move out. He's out of position, and the base is going to fall. Massive pick off. That's the least that ByuN wanted, is to kill the expansion. Mine shots popping up. Tanks a punish, and ByuN has done it. ByuN has done it. He breaks the 3rd. From here, you can just keep on going. Remember, there's still no Storm. Storm just not finishing. There's only 1 High Templar. And the Storm does pop up. Does zone away. But that was critical damage. That was critical damage, killing a base, killing 7 probes. Gerald just now expanding. There was no backup base to pull to. And we spoke about how ByuN, the pressure was on to get damage done early to not allow Gerald to have a comfortable mid game. That's what's happening. Is what's happening here. Doesn't kill Gerald, but does cripple. Like, Gerald, he is crippled. Now, there's a chance that Gerald can recover in this game, but he has to rely on Zealot run-by, Zealot drops, insane storms, insane control, miscontrol out of ByuN. It's looking bleak here for Gerald. It's looking bleak. And again, a lot of it came down to him just missing the move out. He did miss the push. Didn't see it coming. He wasn't ready to delay, to disrupt. Coming in for the storm drop. Let's go. Oh, it doesn't quite get there. Solid reaction here by ByuN. ByuN is secure. From here, ByuN is just, yeah, I mean, there's just not much to stop him here. There's a couple of storms, true, and we are getting ready for a flank, potentially. But ByuN is eclipsing the army supply. Now moving in with the EMPs. Moving in with the ghosts. High Templar pushing forward. Prison comes from behind. Brutal EMPs. Oh, nice storm. Very nice storm. Storm does connect, but do we have another storm? Ooh, does zone. Ah, not enough. There's not enough zealots, not enough chargels here. The army sims in. High Templar go down. It was a decent engage out of Gerald, but not good enough. Nice switch towards the end. GG, and with that, ByuN, he will overwhelm. He will break through, and ByuN will take the series 2-1, advancing on to the semi-finals. GG. Whew, GG, well played. ByuN, he does claim the series. Again, a very successful push out of ByuN to break the third base when he did. Gerald, he did have an army to defend, but if you remember, he missed the move out. He didn't see the army pushing through the center. He didn't see the army rotating towards the third base. He didn't see the army until it was already sieged, until it revealed itself at the third. Gerald, if you remember, he was over on the right-hand side. He was in position to protect his fourth. He was in position for his fourth base, so he was out of position. GG. GG, well played. With that, ByuN, he was able to cripple Gerald then and there and claim the win. Congratulations. My condolences to Gerald. I would hope that for those that maybe don't watch much PiGosaur on Mondays or many of these open cups, for those who don't watch much Gerald or ByuN as well, hopefully this was able to showcase at least that Gerald, he can thrive in the mid to late game. We saw game one where Gerald was able to take it to ByuN, and we have seen Gerald defeat ByuN in the past, in recent times as well, in that kind of scenario. Like, again, the pressure was on ByuN to try to kill or cripple Gerald early, and he pulled it off. Did pull it off both in game one, sorry, both in game 2 and in game 3. In both games, GG, well played. With that, we are now getting ready for the semis. Getting ready for the next round. Exclamation mark B in the chat. Exclamation mark B. To have a look at the back yourselves to catch up on what's been going on. We do have some updates.